also joined by our mayor, our town councilmen and women. We are joined by Board of Ed chairperson. We are joined by other Board of Ed members, our superintendent, members of our executive leadership team. The administrative team is here, and our supervisors for all the departments, K through 12. But more importantly, we're also joined by East Hartford Public School teachers. Each top 20 student was given a seat at the table, and they were able to choose one public school teacher from East Hartford that they had. So we have a kindergartner teacher here, we have a first grade teacher here, we have a bunch of high school teachers here. So thank you to the teachers for helping your students get here. Thank you so much. This is a long-standing tradition that was started by the Exchange Club. You can see their sign over by the servery. The Exchange Club is represented tonight by Mr. Dave Case, who's also an employee here at East Hartford High School. And so we took this over after a few years after Mr. Case was the only member left of the Exchange Club. And so the East Hartford Board of Education and East Hartford High School took this over to support the students. That you can see also to my left and my right, their gifts that they chose to take with them on their next steps and next journey to college. So I will, right before I bring up the Board of Ed chairperson, Mr. Harris, I just wanted to let you know that tonight is all about the students. And we're excited to hear each student come up and talk about themselves. And a lot of kids are not really, that's not something people like to do, right? So we had a little sit down and we briefed them on what they were going to talk about or present to you about their experiences in East Hartford and about themselves. And so tonight is really one of the most special nights that we have in East Hartford. We had a scholarship breakfast earlier in the week. I'll talk a little bit about that money and those data points a little later, right after we have dinner. But without further ado, I'd like to bring up Mr. Talon Harris, the Board of Ed chairperson.
Welcome and congratulations to each of you, your parents, your support system, into the induction of the East Hartford High's top 20 Student Hall of Fame. And each of you achieved something unique and remarkable, and we're here to celebrate your success this evening. As my class vice president, treasurer, yearbook president, editor of the paper, honor student, president of the prom committee, I did not have the great pleasure of being named the top 20 student. You achieved what many of us desired while we were in high school. What I learned from that experience was that I needed to love myself and always find joy inside of me. This journey of self-discovery and personal growth is what being a top 20 student is all about. This is the most important thing you can ever do for yourself. Appreciate and accept yourself and all you have to offer the world. I'm honored and flattered to have been asked to speak tonight to share a few nuggets to add to your toolbox of life. Tonight, I am honored to say my fellow board members Patrick Biggins, Joelle Murchison, Rebecca Betancourt, Matt Loft, Marilyn Pett, Chris Serini, Jacqueline Clark, and I am proud of the many achievements that each of you have done over the past 12 years. Your achievement and contribution to the Hornet family have left an indelible mark and will forever remain in our hearts, and we are grateful for your presence and positive impact you have made on our community. I'm going to leave you 20 students with one last OG piece of advice. Set goals for yourself. Don't be afraid to fail. Remember, it's all about the journey. Don't take yourself too seriously. Have fun, enjoy the time you have with one another. Be passionate about life and what's in front of you today. Be present in the moment. Be positive in your voice and your action for change. Be exact to yourself and your belief. Be true to yourself. Be thoughtful to those around you and those that you impact. Continue to pursue excellence in scholarship, character, leadership, and service to the community. So therefore, congratulations to the top 20 students. I am deeply grateful for the opportunity to share this special moment with you and for being asked to step out of my comfort zone tonight. I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors. Congratulations.
Okay, so here's how the program works. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to eat. Tonight, we are catered by Bears Barbecue. We also have vegetarian options. We also have a pescatarian option for the family that is pescatarian. Jamie, thank you. Can you please give it up for Jamie and the Sodexo staff? They've done a great job of setting up tonight. If you have dietary needs that we talked about earlier, you just want to make sure you inform Jamie, and she will direct you to the right place inside the servery. Okay? And then when everybody gets our food, we will start with some presentations, and then most importantly, after the cookies are delivered out, then we will get the students up here to listen to your inspirational speeches. Got that, Georgia? Okay. All right, so we're going to start with the first row. You guys, all of you can get up and go right into the servery. At this time, I'd like to bring up the mayor of East Hartford, Connor Martin.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming today. I was so excited to come to this event today. I'll be honest with you, I have no idea what it feels like to be you. I probably spent most of my high school career toward the middle or bottom 20 of the class. So for you to be the top 20, that is obviously a huge accomplishment, and I'm sure your parents and you should be so proud of yourself. I want to share with you all a story, a very personal story that many people who know me don't actually know this about me. There's a point of why I'm going to share it to you, and I'll tell you that after. So you know, when I was growing up, and I'm gonna ask for you guys to raise your hands if you feel this way too. My mom was always like, when the street lights come on, make sure you're home. How many students out here have your parents saying, there you go, right there, right? Come home when the street lights are on, right? You don't want to be home when the street lights are on. You want to be out with your friends. So, you know, fast forward to when I go to college, and I went to CCSU at first, Connecticut State University, and I lived on campus as well. So for a kid who grew up in a household where my mom kept telling me, you need to be home when the street lights are on, I fully embraced living on campus. I stayed out late. I did everything I probably wasn't supposed to do. So much so, I got put on academic probation. And that was kind of like the first slap. It's like, all right, Connor, clean up your act, right? And I said, all right, I got this. You know, I ended up getting off of academic probation and got my stuff going, and then I fell right back into being on my own, being a little irresponsible, and I got put on academic probation again. And I couldn't even get myself out, and I ended up failing at a CCSU. I ended up failing at a Central. And probably one of the most embarrassing moments I've had in my life. My mom wasn't too happy with me. Everybody that knew I was going at Central, all my friends that I had to leave them. I kept going back though, I probably shouldn't have, to go party. But you know, it was just one of the most embarrassing moments in my life. But what did I do? I ended up, I was working at Goodwin University here in town at the same time. And I just went and started to get my degree there. One of the benefits of working at Goodwin was you could get your tuition paid for, so it was kind of a no-brainer. So as embarrassed as I was like, I gotta get back into it as soon as possible. And fast forward to today, I was able to get my bachelor's and my master's in organizational leadership from Goodwin. And so the point of that story for you guys is that if I can fail out of college and still become the mayor of the town of East Hartford, imagine what you can do as the top 20 in your high school class. You obviously can do anything. The sky is the limit for you. The possibilities are endless. You should be so proud of yourself to have this distinction that everyone else in your school doesn't have, because you guys set yourself apart. And very importantly, like the chairman had said, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. Especially when you're on your own, you don't have your parents looking over you, you don't have them telling you gotta go to school, you gotta, you know, make your bed, go to bed at a reasonable time. You're gonna be on your own. It's gonna be up to you to make sure you meet those responsibilities. And so you're gonna fail, but the most important part of that is what do you do with that failure? How do you come out of that? How do you pick yourself up? That's what's gonna matter. Not that you failed, because we all fail. Your parents have failed, our parents have failed, everybody fails. It's just a natural part of life. It's all about how you come out of it. And so I just want you to know that. We are truly proud of you as your mayor. I am incredibly proud of you. This town is incredibly proud of you. And we are so eager to see what comes of this. What comes of being the top 20? Where do you guys go next? You never know. One of you might even succeed me in 10 years and be the next mayor of the town of East Hartford. So what I want to do is congratulate you guys. This is a huge distinction. I was the scholarship chairman for the East Hartford Rotary Club, and we presented the scholarships at the high school breakfast on Monday. And I see a lot of the same names here that were getting scholarships on Monday. So very impressive group. And at the end of the day, this is what East Hartford does. We push out the best students, we provide a great education, and we create the next generation of leaders. And so with that, once again, I want to congratulate you guys, and tonight's your night. Thank you very much.
Well said, Mayor. The chairman of the town council, Richard Kehoe.
Thank you very much. And as the mayor indicated, tonight is your night, so we'll keep the comments brief. But first, I do want to have a shout out of the town council members, besides myself, who are here tonight. And then we have Wetsagai, John Morrison, and Harry and Madison. And if I'm missing anybody, I think that's all I saw in the audience. We are here tonight as East Hartford Town Council members, as also town residents, and I believe all of us are alumni of East Hartford High. And we're very proud of the fact that we come from East Hartford. And I do want to basically say thank you. And you may say, you're thanking me for what? I'm thanking you for succeeding and showing people that East Hartford has great people going to East Hartford High, that East Hartford High and East Hartford Public Schools give a great education, and people can learn and can succeed here in town. Not everybody, sadly, believes that, and so we all collectively have to be examples for people, especially outside of the town, who may not necessarily think too much of our educational system. And and that is, of course, wrong, and of course, like lots of things that we encounter now and you will certainly encounter in the future, is based on little to no information at all. And so, as I indicate, we are the ones who have to go out and prove them wrong. And you are doing just that with the hard work and dedication that you have shown at East Hartford High, and I look forward to hearing your stories here tonight. Thank you very much.
Speaking of being from East Hartford, I'd like to bring up Thomas Anderson, the superintendent of East Hartford Public Schools.
Good evening, and it is an honor to be here, having graduated from the high school and sitting in here having lunch every day. I can say that the food that was in here this evening was much, much better than we ever had during that time. But I typically script out everything I say because I always want to stick to time, and I didn't do that for a reason, because it's not going to be long. You will hear from me again in about 2 weeks, so that's when I'll share more perseverance and hard work and all these other synonyms that you're going to hear a lot of over the next couple of weeks. But really, it is a humbling experience to be here. I think someone had mentioned, or I think Mr. Harris had mentioned about aspiring to be in the top 20. That's when you focus and do everything you're supposed to do. I won't give the stories like the mayor shared, but we kind of learn from our own experiences, and the ceiling, there is no ceiling for us. And I think the hard work and the community that we come from here in East Hartford, there's a lot to be said for that. And for the work that you've put in already, it's really just the beginning. So I just want to, again, congratulate you for accomplishing what you've done so far. This is just one step. But also to your parents, your grandparents, other family members, everyone who supported. We always use that trendy language about it takes a village, but it does. It really takes a continuous effort by all of those who are around us. And I think when we really open our eyes and really have a level of perspective and focus, and just always reaching out and thinking and understanding that none of us can do it alone. We can't just say it, because that's really how it is. So again, congratulations, and we'll talk again in 2 weeks. Thank you.
Lost my paper. Somebody took my paper. I'm not even joking.
Performance great.
I'm gonna find it later. I really don't have it. Rich, you took my paper. And I have like no battery left, so I could not put up Google. All right, so we're gonna bring up the students and just a couple of items, right? So after the student has their speech, which you gotta make sure, students, that you identify what number you are, your name, and where you're going to school. Those are the 3 requirements. Everything else you say, you're on your own. Lord help us, Valerie. So then after you're done, please go over to the table over there where Miss Messenger put together your pictures, and you're gonna get a picture with the citation from the town, all right? And Mr. Campbell will take that, and then we'll make sure that goes on Google so you guys can download that, post that on Instagram, and all your friends can like it. So a couple of things, okay? So 100% of the top 20 students have renewable merit scholarships, all right, for over $3.5 million. That's over 40% of the entire class. Thanks to Ms. Brown for these numbers. The entire class is at $9.8 million of scholarships in 2024. The GPA range for the class of 24 was a 4.2. Listen, these numbers were ridiculous this year, so Ms. Singler, where's Ms. Singler? We went over these numbers for a week and a half before we publicized the ranks. The 4.2996, this is how, to a 4.8971 between number 20 and number 1. If you want to do the math, Mr. James, you can do that. The AP courses, this year's class took 135 courses compared to last year's class of 94. The SAT ranged all the way up to 1420. The average was 130 more than last year's classes. So the students are really good at school and in class. Okay, you're smart. Right? But they also participated in over 100 clubs and activities and sports, right? So they weren't just bookworms. That's not who's sitting with you at the tables, right? They're well-rounded. They're the state champion cheerleader of the year. They are the state champion and state record holder for the long jump, which they'll tell you about, I'm sure. They'll tell you about them. 14 of the top 20 are K to 12 students. So they went to East Harbor Public Schools from kindergarten to 12th grade. A couple left us for middle school, and then 4 came to us probably in 5th grade or 6th grade, and 1 came to us in 9th grade. So again, these students are here to talk about themselves, their experiences. The data points don't lie. They are one of the highest achieving classes we've had in my 16 years here as principal, and so I'm really proud of you guys, proud of your families, love the teachers that are here, and so that's what makes East Hartford the best. If I could have sent my kids here, I would have. I tried to get them to go to SEBA, and they were like, no, because they like the color red, but that's fine. We're gonna bring up the first person. So now, we all know that the students like organization. They like to have things in order. They like to have a plan, follow the plan, execute the plan, and they know exactly what's happening at all times. And unfortunately for them, they don't have any clue when they're coming up tonight, because it's more fun for me that way. So we're going to start today with Quinn Duvall. And the reason why we are starting with Quinn was upset with me because I called her table last, so I wanted to call you first. Like that? I ended the suspense for you.
Hi guys. to be really short, so first and foremost, I want to wish my mom a happy birthday. I've never met someone more excited to spend their birthday celebrating somebody else. It just goes to show how much of an amazing mom she is, and that goes for both of my parents. I genuinely would not have made it to the top 20 if I didn't have them as my support system. Having parents that never put pressure on me to constantly get A's, but always knew I was capable of getting them, who always said, as long as you tried your best, when I would tell them I didn't think I did a good job after taking a test, who always left my high honors letters on the counter with a good job written on them every single time I would achieve it, and who would tell me, well, math isn't for everyone, after I would complain about how hard math is. Mr. Carafano can vouch for that. All of those things and many more are why I was capable of achieving getting in the top 20. I remember all throughout elementary school sitting at the kitchen table with either my mom or my dad doing my homework when I didn't understand something properly, and them always finding a way to work through it with me, except for the times it was me and my dad arguing over how to do a math problem, and I always ended up crying. But without fail, we would always work it through. That same momentum followed me throughout high school. Whenever I would struggle with something school or not school related, I could always turn to my parents, and we would always find a way to work it out. And if it wasn't my parents, it was my sister Sage, who is my best friend and role model. She has balanced me all my life, but especially these past 4 years, and without her as my guidance, I wouldn't be able to achieve a lot of things that I have. I'm so beyond lucky to get to spend the next 2 years with her at UConn. Without my parents and my sister as my support system, I wouldn't have the motivation to work hard and make them proud. I do have to commend my mom, though, for putting up with me every single night asking, do I have to go to school tomorrow? And her every single time saying, you already know my answer, you have to go. And because I promise you, it's a nightly ritual that's not so sadly coming to an end, because we'll be done so soon. And even though I never enthusiastically wanted to go to school every day, I showed up and worked hard, and all that hard work has paid off to get me here in the top 20. Thank you.
All right, while they're taking their picture, we're going to bring up Michaela Darko.
He really does.
This is going to be really short. So. Good evening, everyone. My name is Michaela Darko. I rank 12, and I'm going to Quinnipiac to major in nursing. As we gather to celebrate our achievements and reflect on the journey that has brought us to this moment, I am filled with a profound sense of gratitude and pride. Each of us has dedicated countless amount of hours in our studies, poured our hearts into our passion, and embraced the challenges that have shaped us into the individuals we are today. Standing among this remarkable group of leaders and scholars, I am reminded about the incredible power that resides within each of us to effect change, inspire others, and leave a lasting impact in the world. We are not merely the sum of our accomplishments, but rather the embodiment of our hopes, dreams, and unwavering determination to make a difference. As we prepare to embark on the next chapter of our lives, let us never forget the lessons that we have learned, the friendships we have forged, and the values of integrity, compassion, and perseverance that have guided us thus far. Knowing that we have the strength and the resilience to overcome whatever challenges that may lie ahead. And I want to take this moment to express my deepest gratitude to my family and my friends, and not forgetting my teachers who have worked tirelessly to make us better. They have supported me throughout my academic journey, and I thank you for your sacrifices, love, and unwavering encouragement. Thank you.
All right, coming up next, we'll have Aries Jangma Yaboa. And after you're impressed with her speech tonight, you can go on YouTube and you can watch our interview of Hornet Highlights.
Mr. Ryan, I'm not gonna lie, when you said that we were gonna go at random, I think I was gonna have a heart attack. All right, hello everyone. It's nice to see so many lovely faces. I am currently ranked number 10, so I am the middle child of the top 20. I thought I was gonna get a special welcoming, but you know, middle children. As I was writing this speech, I thought about a lot of things that I could have done for my top 20 presentation. I love making movies and videos with my siblings, as Miss Shaker somewhere knows that. The students here already know that I love music. I'm a musician at heart, and I love to express myself in music. But although all these forms of presentation that I had thought about, they're all incredible, and they're all ways that I often express myself, I thought, what better way than through my voice? I'm not singing, just speaking, just saying. All right, so writing this speech, I thought about all the people, all the places, all the events, all the things that really mattered to me. I thought about the obstacles, my friends, all the things we've gone through, taking difficult classes. I thought about the drama. I've thought about the laughs. I've thought about the tears. I've thought about all the memories. But I've also thought about my biggest fear, which is to forget. So my junior year, I did a project with Miss Cutcomb, who's I think somewhere in the back. I created my project in class, and it was essentially called The Spread Thought, and I wrote about my fear of forgetting. This project represented who I am and what I represent, and I wrote mine. And some of you already know that I have like 600 tabs on my computer. You're probably wondering, how hasn't it exploded yet? I don't know. And you're probably asking me, you could just like delete them? And I literally can't. Because every time that I click on one, I'm reminded of a time of where I was when I had searched that thing up on Google, that silly quote that I searched up, anything like that. I fear that clicking it and deleting it, I'm never gonna remember what I saw again. But looking at all your faces, I know that I can't forget. I can't forget all the tears that we've shed, all the laughs that we've had, all the memories that I've made with you. So, you've walked me through one of the most critical parts of my life. This is also a sidetrack note. I'm pretty undecisive, and I couldn't pick who I wanted to bring to the top 20. And so everyone picked who I wanted. So I kinda hate you guys right now, but it's okay. I would also like to recite this short poem. Because of time, I'm gonna skip to the end. The poem says, I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know how long I'll be gone, or when I'll be back again. There is wanderlust in my soul, a call I have to answer. My bags are packed, and I am leaving today. I will be back when my wanderings are dull. How many days that will be is hard to tell, only that I must go. So really quickly, I also wanted to tell you about the guests that I brought with me today. I know a lot of you asked who I was bringing. I actually brought my preschool teacher here today. Her name is Mrs. Penno, and she also brought her husband with her. Mrs. Penno has been through thick and thin with me since the very beginning of my path here at East Texas Public Schools. She's been a fundamental part of my learning and the reason I continue to look for opportunities all over my community. Both Mr. and Mrs. Penno have helped me meet people in the legal system, land potential scholarships and internships, and most of all, encourage me to explore my interests. And with that, I would also like to say to my parents for supporting me through such a rough but beautiful 4 years, to the little children who are always running around my house that I call my siblings, to my friends who love me as I am, and to the staff that constantly encourage me and let me pick their brains at 7 a.m. about the randomest things. Thank you to all of you. And now to my top 20 buddies. Not everyone gets to say that they've made such an accomplishment. As you walk across that stage on June 7th, take that diploma with pride, keep your head held high, and walk with grace, because your journey in life is just getting started. There are so many greater things to come. So I've been up here a little too long. I'm gonna go take my seat. But before I do, I just want to say that I'm incredibly proud of you, and I hope that you're proud of me as well.
All right, let's bring up Trinity Cordero.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to start with the requirements. So I'm Trinity. I'm ranked 13, and I'm going to be going to the University of Hartford for psychology. So I want to say congratulations to all the students that are here. I'm extremely proud of each of us. And I stand here filled with gratitude and humility as I look back on this journey. This achievement is not just a testament to my hard work, but also to the unwavering support and guidance of those around me who have believed in me every step of the way. The top 20. Who would have thought? Not my 5-year-old self, that's for sure. These 4 years have been a roller coaster. There have been many challenges, victories, and countless moments of growth. We have been through so much together. We went through the in-person online situation during COVID, freshman year, the toughness of school and back to normal, and the change in schedule this year, which honestly hasn't been too bad. There were definitely some sleepless nights, some tears shed, some stress and anxiety, but we all made it through. We can say that we did it and we're in the top 20 of our class. All of those tough moments were worth it because here we are celebrating a huge accomplishment. I'm so grateful to be here with all of you. I'm grateful to my family for supporting me and dealing with those sleepless nights. Thank you for your sacrifices and always pushing me to do things with excellence. I really love you guys. I'm grateful for all of the amazing staff that has supported me and encouraged me through these 4 years. The passion you have for teaching inspired me and motivated me to try my hardest, so thank you. And I want to thank God for blessing me with all of you and for allowing me to be standing up here. I know that without Him, none of this would even be possible. I'm honored to be among the top 20 students of our graduating class, and I'm excited to see where our futures will take us. Congrats to all my fellow students on your achievements, and here's to a bright and promising future ahead. Thank you.
All right, let's bring up Monet Cooper.
Okay, Momo.
Can you guys hear me okay? Alright. Quinn, you took my first 3 words first and foremost, so I'm gonna say it again. First and foremost, I wanna say at this very moment we are surrounded by the most diligent, talented, and ambitious people I've seen in the past 4 years of my life. I'm so grateful to be sharing this moment with all of you, and as we move on to the next chapters of our lives, I wish every single one of you nothing but the best. We all have our own story, and the sacrifices we've all made to get here is a huge accomplishment. As all of my classmates know, I've always been a talkative, energetic person. I was voted life of the party, so all of you guys know that. But as I'm standing up here today, I want to express a piece of my story. Adapt. Adapt is a word I want all of you to remember for the rest of your lives. I say this because the experiences I've faced have shaped me into the resilient young woman I am today. Coming from the lower class, my parents fought continuously through each and every obstacle to take care of their 5 kids. Growing up, we moved around a lot, so a lot of things did not come easy. We were dealt some pretty tough cards, but at the end of the day, my family has taught me to face the brutal challenges that were to always come ahead and to take on every drastic change in my life as a purpose to become self-sufficient and perceptive. I formally want to thank Miss White at my table for the impact she has made on me. These past 3 years that I've known her, she's always dealt with my craziness, me coming to her classroom, asking her for snacks. Just acting crazy, being in there when I
I wasn't supposed to be in there, but she's always supported my decisions and pushed me in the right direction to help me better as a person, and I couldn't ask for a better mentor. I'd like to thank my father for always telling me he's got my back every step of the way, academically and athletically. I want to thank my mother for just being a piece of me and always being the light at the end of the tunnel. You're amazing. I also like to thank the rest of my support system out there, my brother and my girlfriend. Thank you guys for supporting me so much and being the great support system that you are. And looking back at the freshman I was, the struggles I overcame have made me realize that life is a journey, and no one can tell you how to live your life, which is why I'm continuing my journey at Louisiana State University to pursue psychology and take on higher education as a first generation. I seek to build a platform not only for myself, but for my family and the generations to come along after me. Thank you.
All right, let's bring up Bauer Cordero Larkin.
Hey, hi again. So to get the prerequisites out of the way, I'm number 11, San Angelo State University, middle of Texas, somewhere. I'm pursuing commercial aviation and joining the Air National Guard. So that's that, I guess. Alright, also I'd like to, before I continue saying anything else, I'll say that once more, I'm sure. I gotta thank my family, my mother, my father, my sister. She's a math professor. And they have helped me get everywhere I am right now, especially my grandparents. Without them, who knows where I'd be right now. I want to take a moment to acknowledge some very important people here as well. Thank you all who supported me through my most challenging times, and to those who pushed me forward despite my stubbornness. Oh, mental, and do you know? And my inability to see my own potential. So you're the kind of people, you're the kind of person, people others should be inspired by. Well, I won't name everyone because man, are there many. I do want to give a special shout out to, again, Mr. Ben. You got Shelly, Chimaya, you got Zara, you got Nat, you got Moises, Mason MC Gambolino! He's got some premium beatboxing. And I'd also like to thank one of my biggest influences here, the one who's hired me, fired me, and fired me some more. We got Mr. Lung. He taught me the importance of rebuilding foundations, even when my ideas were better. He showed me that learning requires accepting that breakthroughs don't always lead to success, and that failure is part of the process, that it's okay. Man, I hated to fail, but now I accept it and embrace it for what it can actually be. It means you're on the path to success. Through fail, and yeah, wow, I can't speak now, noise. So, through dedication and motivation, Mr. Bond has profoundly shaped how I view and interact with people. I'm sincerely grateful for the experiences and lessons he's provided me. Thank you, Mr. Bond. Let's get into some other fun stuff. We have my passion for aviation. It's played a significant role in motivating me to do better in school. I remember my father saying once back in the day, like 2 years ago, the deal was simple. If I kept my grades up, I could fly. And this incentive drove me to excel. And it has indeed brought me to where I am today. Aviation has taken me to quite literally new heights. Sorry about that. But it's changed me for the better. It's given me something reliable to hold on to during tough times. And on a different note, as some of you might know, my obsession with Ukraine has deeply affected me. Hey, you haven't gotten to the worst of it yet. Let's just say it taught me how to empathize and discern the truth amidst widespread disinformation. Shout out to my human rights teacher, Mr. Sweat. And this experience has really shaped my mental acuity and reshaped my understanding of the world. I realized the importance of empathy and integrity in a complex world. As Zelensky said, Zluna można doверяти, or evil cannot be trusted. And my closest friends helped me understand that even in the presence of evil, moments of grace can prevail. And they helped me reconnect with reality and reminded me that nothing is done with malintent. Not everything, rather, is done with malintent. As I reflect on my time in East Hartford ecosystem, I am profoundly grateful for those who I've met and called my peers. Especially thank you to the Bolin family. You guys have been such a big support to me. Love you guys. Then moving out of Marshall, I used to be rather antisocial. Now I can't stop speaking. Look at me right now. Despite our individual battles and the wars we keep inside ourselves, we have supported each other to the end. I extend my deepest gratitude to those who empower and uplift others. Thank you.
I'll get a picture. You could talk during it. Okay. We'll bring out Rhiann Fletcher.
Hi guys, my name is Rhiann Fletcher and I'm number 8 in the class. And it's seriously such an honor being here today. I've heard about this top 20 dinner since middle school, and I knew that at the end of my senior year, I definitely wanted to be a part of it. And I don't know if it was with hard work or God's grace or a mix of both, but I made it. It wasn't too long ago that I was on the couch with my mom, having a conversation with my amazing kindergarten teacher, Miss Schiller. I haven't seen Miss Schiller in years, but yet her heart is just as kind, her mind is just as wise, and she looks the exact same. Whenever I think of the highlights of my school years, my kindergarten year would always flash back. Some may say that's because kindergarten is full of fun and no stress, but I'll have you know that having no nap time was very stressful for me. But seriously, Miss Schiller has held such a positive light in my life. Her words of wisdom and kindness have always stuck with me and will continue to. I've been through many challenges after kindergarten, and there have been so many times when I didn't feel deserving of the success I get. But in these moments, I think back to the letters she wrote me and how Miss Schiller believed in me and treated me as if I could be or do anything that I dream of. So thank you, Miss Schiller, and it really means a lot to me that you're here today. While on the couch, however, Miss Schiller asked me an important question. Rhiann, what have you been up to? And while my lovely mom started listing my many accomplishments, after-school activities, and strong work ethic, I couldn't help but think of all the high school memories that truly mattered to me. These memories were when I was following the rules or staying up late working hard. These moments, the moments that made me the happiest throughout high school was when I was doing the quite opposite. When I was talking and dying of laughter with my friends when we should have been taking notes. When we had Secret Santa or Friendsgiving knowing food wasn't even allowed in the classroom. Or even when I went to bed studying the new latest Netflix show rather than the book we had a test on the next day. It was these moments of imperfection and unseriousness that kept me sane on the brink of insanity. And to my friends, you guys are part of the reason I still have a smile on my face even on the toughest days, so thank you guys. And while some of them added the toughness to the toughest days, thank you to every teacher and advisor I've had. Your rigor in coursework has challenged me and made me study hard and work harder. And before I go, I just wanted to say, with the graduation right around the corner and all of us going our separate ways and starting our new journey, I am so grateful to start mine at Howard University next year, majoring in health science, with my family's support and my mom right by my side. This year especially has been such a roller coaster, and she has kept me buckled up and safe. Thank you so much, and I love you. I truly wish all of you the best as we move forward, and I hope that you can learn from your struggles during these 4 years and continue to succeed. Thank you.
let's bring up Georgiana Zambrowski.
Okay. So I want to start off by saying thank you to all the students, friends, families, and staff that came out tonight to support this special moment for the class of 2024. I am beyond proud seeing my classmates here with me tonight. Everyone looks amazing. And Mr. LaVoy. Thank you, Christiana, for always finding a way to one-up your older sister. I love you. Thank you, Mom, for being the best friend and role model in this life. Your strength and love for your family is unmatched. And thank you, Larry, for all you've done for our family. Most importantly, introducing me to the Yankees. I'm so lucky to have this group of kids by my side and be able to recognize all the achievements we have made in our high school journeys. Watching some of my best friends grow over the last 4 years have been such a fun experience. And although that may seem daunting, not being with each other anymore, there is no doubt in my mind that we will find our way. I have so many class memories during high school, and although I could spend hours reminiscing, this isn't the golf course, and I don't have Leona by my side to yap for the entirety of 9 holes. Sorry, Swed. And while I have your attention, thank you for being silly, sensitive, sarcastic, sassy, and short. Boy, will I miss golfing with all the lovely people I've met through the East Hartford golf team. If there was one thing I could take away from my 4 years on the team, is to not take things too serious and learn how to laugh at yourself. On the contrary, I've also learned how to take things seriously and learn when it is okay not to laugh at yourself. When I was a sophomore, I went for a challenge and took the best class that is offered at East Hartford High School, AP Statistics. And although math has always been my strong subject, this class pushed me out of my comfort zone, and it was not because it was an absolute brain killer, but because Alina and I were the only sophomores in this class full of scary seniors. But leave it up to Mr. Carafano to notice that within the first few weeks and knew that I needed some help getting out of my shell. He taught me how to be confident in my answers, collaborate with others, and finally how interesting statistics is. So I'd like to thank Mr. Carafano for all the assistance and assurance he's given me both as a student and as a young adult. He's the biggest nerd around, but trust me, if you see past it, he's a pretty cool guy. At the end of this all, which is only 5 more school days, counted days, I can confidently say that I will look back and think only happy thoughts. I may have come to school in a bad mood or left school in an even worse mood after a calculus test, but that wasn't significant enough to tarnish my experience here. I hope that when all you try to remember the class of 2024, you think of us with pride as we leave with grace. Thank you and enjoy your night.
All right, let's bring up Zia Tai.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Zia Tai. I'm ranked 15, and I'm going to UConn in the fall to study physiology and neurobiology. I would like to start off by congratulating the rest of the top 20 for being here. You guys are some of the smartest people I've ever met, and I cannot wait to see what all of you guys become because there's so much potential in this room right now. Firstly, I want to thank my parents. Even though the speech is supposed to be about myself, you can't know me without knowing my parents. My dad dropped out of high school when he was 17, my age, when he should have been in class learning about manifest destiny and normal distribution. He had to drop out and learn how to take care of a whole family on his own, and he sacrificed all of his dreams so that I could be able to dream. And to my mom, you've been the biggest inspiration in my whole life. And in my culture, it's really rare to ever hear "I'm proud of you" from your parents, but my mom has never ever made me feel like she wasn't proud. She'd always hang up all of my achievements, even if I felt like it wasn't good enough. Mom, لو كان في الأرض جنة أمي, if there's a paradise on this earth, it's my mother. All of us sitting here have been made profoundly stronger by all of the sacrifices we've made to reach this point. We all come from humble beginnings, regardless of whether it's our own stories or the stories that come generations before us. And throughout the school year, I never really realized how fast my teenage years were coming to an end until I reached this point right here on this podium. High school has just sped by like the swift page of turning in our book. From cramming for AP exams, or playing Minecraft with my friends during quarantine, or running away to Mr. Campbell's class every chance I got. All of these memories that felt like they were gonna last forever are all just fleeting. It may have been just a chapter in our lives, but it built the foundation for many more achievements to come. To my most wonderful teachers, many of whom are here tonight, thank you for your endless dedication to my journey and for pushing me to reach my full potential. As I wrap this speech up, I wanted to give a final thank you to my parents, my teachers, and energy drinks for bringing me to this podium today to allow me to give this speech. To the top 20 of the class of 2024, let's embrace the future with excitement and gratitude, knowing that our time here has prepared us well for what's next to come.
All right, next up we'll bring up Kira Stewart.
So I'm going to start off by saying good evening, everyone, because my parents always taught me to greet everyone. My name is Kira Stewart, and I am ranked number 9. And slowly but surely, I'll get to what school I'm going to. But I've walked these halls for 4 years and counting, and in T-minus 15 days, I will walk that stage and into adulthood. Talking about graduation has always been so far to me. When I was younger, 2024 has always seemed like a futuristic dream away. It seems so far, but now that it's in less than 2 weeks, it feels like everything's so close. I've had 4 years of belly-hurting laughs with my friends, the type where you can't breathe and you have to yell to stop. I'm saying I love you to all my family, friends, coaches, and teachers. I've formed amazing relationships that I will truly cherish forever. I give all glory and good days to God, and when I look back at high school, it may have not been like High School Musical, but it has been my own movie. I've been picked up and down, and when I say down, I mean like breakdown, tears, all of the above. It's been rough, to be honest. I was 14, I was 15, I was 16, 17, and 18, all throughout high school. Throughout these years, emotionally, I've been drained, and honestly, as I'm walking to the finish line, I feel like it's dragging along. But I won't make my speech all sad, because that's not all high school was. I've grown tremendously as a person. I'm not the shy kid I once was. I found my joy, my voice. I've gained some speed, literally, as I'm on the track team. And I've had some great experiences that I can't talk about here. I'm happy to say that I'm walking away from this school with records and writings behind my name. Shout out to my real estate record. And I'm glad I'm leaving a mark with the school system I've been with since I'm little. To my peers, we are almost here. I hope that you guys have, and these past years have taught you just as many lessons as it's taught me. I hope as we all enter adulthood, you accept every triumph, every downfall as a lesson that will help you continue to grow as people. East Hartford will always be my home, but as I leave home and I'm going to Howard University in the fall, shout out to Howard University, I'm going for pre-dental health science. I leave with a smile on my face. Thank you, everyone.
She told you where she was going. She wouldn't tell me where she was going when we did Hornet highlights with the track team. She said that she was not going to divulge that. All right, so we're going to bring up Rahi Patel.
everyone. My name is Rahi Patel. I'm going to be attending University of Connecticut with an undecided major. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, a phrase that truly encapsulates my entire high school journey. Standing here this evening, I feel two emotions. One is nervousness, and the other is relief. Nervous because I'm not used to talking in front of so many people, and relieved because I can proudly tell myself that I've made it. Ups and downs are an inevitable part of life, and high school taught me how to deal with these ups and downs. There were times when the end of the tunnel seemed unattainable, and I didn't think I'd make it, but somehow I did. Through a lot of sleepless nights trying to finish homework with zero motivation to keeping up with multiple clubs I was in, somehow I did make it. And I'm proud. Proud that I didn't lose hope. Proud that I taught myself how to overcome adversities. However, this achievement is not just mine. To the teachers who showed me that learning is fun, to the teachers who brought a smile to my face, to the teachers who constantly pushed me to do better, and to the teachers who never failed to make my day, many of whom are among us today, thank you. I find it an absolute honor and privilege to have been in your class and experience how learning can be fun. To the classmates who made my classes enjoyable, to the classmates who I laughed with, to the classmates who brought a smile to my face, thank you. Without you guys, high school would not have been as enjoyable. It will be such a joy to reminisce about these experiences as memories a few years down the line. Whether it was playing the couch game in SLI, enjoying Mrs. Abel's cinnamon cake after the AP exam, laughing non-stop in Miss White's class, or experiencing the common fear of taking a stats test. As much as I wanted to give up, I knew I shouldn't. I knew that the light at the end of the tunnel was waiting for me, and all I had to do was push through, and I did. When I began my senior year, I had no clue that it would be moving at the speed of light. With every passing day, there was always a due date or deadline waiting for me, whether it was for my classes or applications for college. So many stressful nights, but I made it through. I was unsure then, and I'm unsure now on what I want to do in the future. But I am sure that I will find my way, because I know that the light that has given me hope through these past 4 years will continue to remind me not to give up. As I move forward beyond high school, I do not look forward to the difficulties that will follow. However, high school taught me to live in the present and not worry about the future. And keeping this in mind, I promise myself that I will worry less and enjoy more. Staying true to my name, Rahi, which means traveler, I can't wait to explore this world, learn about my true self, and find my purpose. Thank you all for being here today to celebrate this achievement of ours. I can't wait to enjoy these last few days of high school with some of the smartest people I've met before we begin to go our own ways. Sorry. High school is surely ending. However, this is only a transition to a new beginning, a new adventure. I'm beyond grateful to be a part of the top 20 for the class of 2024, also known as the last best class. We made it, guys. Have a good day.
That is a staple, the last best class. You guys are the last best class. Let's bring up Amelia Mohammed.
Good evening. My name is Amelia Mohammed and my class rank is 14. I just wanted to start off by congratulating all of the students here tonight on this amazing accomplishment of being in the top 20 for the class of 2024. As for my plans after high school, I plan to attend the University of Hartford with a major in health science while on a pre-dental track. Throughout my high school journey, I worked incredibly hard and faced many challenges along the way. But with the support of and guidance of my teachers, coaches, counselors, friends, and parents, I was able to overcome those obstacles and achieve this incredible milestone. I'm beyond honored to have a spot here in the top 20. Now, I'd like to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to my teachers. They've not only passed on knowledge to me, but also inspired me to strive for my goals and believe in my abilities. Their dedication and commitment to my education has truly made a difference in my high school experience. I also wanted to thank Miss Farber, my elementary school music teacher from Pitkin, for being here tonight. In elementary school, Miss Farber was always one of my favorite teachers I look forward to seeing every day. She taught me to love music and to use the creativity that comes with music in the real world. If it wasn't for her, I would have spent 8 to 10 years in the music department, where I developed leadership, confidence, and a passion for music that I can now use in the future. So thank you again, Ms. Farber, for all of the love, care, and attention you gave me throughout elementary school, and I'll never forget it. To my friends, thank you for always being there for me. Although we're all going our separate ways, your constant support, encouragement, and laughter has made high school a truly memorable experience. I'm so grateful for the memories we've created together. And last but certainly not least, to my parents. Words cannot express how thankful I am for your love, support, and sacrifices. Throughout my life, your daily sacrifices to make me your #1 priority has driven me to work hard and focus on school. All that you've done for me has led me to be as successful and as accomplished as I am today. You have always believed in me and pushed me to be the best version of myself. Most importantly, I couldn't have achieved this without you. Thank you.
Okay. Next year I'm going to leave a box of tissues on everybody's. And then I'm going to bring one over there for Mr. Pulley. Actually, it'll be for you, Michelle. We'll bring up Angelique Guzman.
Pardon me. Hello, everybody. I'm just gonna get this off my chest. I'm a little nervous up here, shaking a bit. But my name is Angelique Guzman. I'm class 2024, rank 18. So glad to be here with all of you guys. I'm standing here before you today, filled with an overwhelming sense of gratitude and disbelief. The audience stopped crying up here because I'm back there tearing up and everything. I have gratitude for the incredible journey that has led me here to this moment, and disbelief at just how far we have all come. When I embarked on my high school career, I never imagined I would be standing here among the top 20 students. You guys are such amazing people. Again, thank you for all the homework answers. But I'm here as a testament of the power of perseverance and commitment. It hasn't been an easy road. There were moments of doubt, setbacks, and challenges that seemed insurmountable. Yet through it all, I remained determined to succeed. I refused to let my obstacles define me or deter me from my goals. Instead, I used them as a stepping stool to push myself forward. But I couldn't have done it alone. Along the way, I have been blessed with the unwavering support of incredible people who believe in me, even when I struggle to believe myself. So, to my family, to my friends, and to Ms. Cars, I thank you so much. You guys are my strength, my inspiration. Your guidance has been so wonderful, and I'm grateful for all of you, especially ladies who are now. Again, in particular, I want to extend a thank you to Ms. Cars. Your support and mentorship has been crucial in my journey. Not only have you challenged me to push beyond my limits academically, you've also provided me a safe space for me and my friends in your classroom. Your kindness and willingness to go above and beyond for your students has not gone unnoticed.
I am deeply appreciative of everything you've done for me. And I know you are tired of us, but we're leaving soon. Trust. But I'll be back. So tonight, as we celebrate our achievements and look towards the future, let us remember the power of perseverance, commitment, and gratitude. Let us continue to strive for excellence, knowing that anything is possible with hard work and determination. And let's never forget the incredible people who have helped us along the way. Thank you to my sister. Love you too. She's helped me throughout my whole childhood. Basically my mother right there. Thank you to my grandma, another strong woman in my life who worked hard to get me here, who got me the whole outfit, did my makeup, did my hair. Y'all will never, if y'all know me, this is not me up here. This is a whole brand new person. Y'all know I come to school every day in some sweatpants, but I'm glad to be here dressed up for all of you guys. All you guys look so pretty today, so handsome. Thank you to everybody who came. I love all of you guys. CCSU, thank you to Ms. Gancard for the shirt. Thank you so much.
All right. Next up, let's bring up Elena Hong.
Good evening, fellow staff, administrators, and of course, graduates. My name is Alina Hong. I am the 5th in my class, and I'd like to start off by congratulating the perseverance, diligence, and success that sits in front of us today. I will be attending the University of Connecticut, where I will be majoring in actuarial science. Over these past 4 years, for those of you who don't know, I've always expressed a very deep passion for mathematics. Taking the most rigorous courses, such as AP Statistics and AP Calculus BC, these classes were, and no doubt, very difficult. My classmates could probably back me up on this, as I was always seen complaining about the work. But as challenging as it was, I always had ironically found a sense of comfort in math. There's a beauty behind math, and that's the sense of familiarity one gets from its systems and algorithms. Every mathematical concept elaborates on itself. Any equation that I solve, any formula that I learn, could eventually no longer be seen as a sort of jumble of random variables and exhausting calculations. Math is, to put simply, a perfect reflection of my high school experience. I wouldn't be where I am today without the patterns that I've developed throughout my time here at East Hartford High School. The relationships I built with my friends and teachers, attending my cheer and tennis practice from after school almost till 5, the specific hours I resort out of my day solely to complete my homework. But truth is, established routines like these not only gave me a sense of familiarity, but a sense of control over my life. But unfortunately, in the absence of routine, that's when chaos breaks loose. And in just a couple of months, this power that has comforted me for so long will soon leave as I venture off into college. When solving any math equation though, it's almost certain that you would approach a wrong calculation, but there's guaranteed to be a correct answer. With every problem that we ever encounter, there will always be a solution that awaits. So, class of 2024, as we diverge into this new chapter of our lives, I want this to serve as a reminder to you all that no matter what we come across, no matter what greater stress we face in the years to come, you must continue to persevere for success, as there will always be a light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you.
All right, try to take notes when they're telling these great stories, and just trying to make sure I write everything down. Let's bring up Swathi Ganesh.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. I'm Swati. I'm number 3 in the class of 2024. Throughout my 4 years here, there have been so many ups and downs, and I'm sure many of you would agree with this. Starting high school during COVID year was truly a struggle. First, we missed out on an 8th grade graduation, and then we had to try and seamlessly blend into the high school lifestyle with very minimal guidance. Yet, here we are. We found a way to struggle together, and now look, the top 20 students of East Hartford High School. Now, as most of you hear, there are many things I do outside of school, so I'll take a moment to brag about myself, real quick. I am the captain of the varsity girls soccer team, where I was an all-conference player and the top goal scorer on my team. And I was also a member of the varsity girls tennis team and 3 honor societies, heavily involved in the community and many more things that I'll choose not to ramble on about. Now, as much as I'd love to continue talking about myself, it wouldn't feel right to give this speech without mentioning our amazing teachers. To the teachers that have dealt with so many troublesome students yet still maintain a positive attitude, thank you. You all go greatly underappreciated, but have truly made an impact on me. You have taught us more than just some simple math and reading. You taught us to have perseverance, be able to challenge ourselves, and the importance of flexibility, as there have been one too many times when our printers have run out of ink and we have to randomly switch to using our laptops. I will also never forget when our entire school's power went out and we were able to continue working simply because our teacher had backup flashlights. But thinking about it now, it would have been a lot easier if our classroom had windows. Now, okay, I know some of you would never want to hear about this class again, but writing this speech, I thought about AP Chemistry and how we all silently but surely struggled in that class last year. We would be studying for hours for a single test, asking each other for help, and working late at night. We were able to collaborate so well with each other, even with these efforts didn't show through our grades sometimes. I remember doing one test where we all looked at the first question and then looked at each other, laughing. We knew it was going to be bad. AP Chemistry aside, I just want to say the most humbling class I took has got to be AP Physics. This class showed me that it's fine to not have all A's in every single class, and I'm honestly glad I see that now. Not to say that I don't care about my grades as much now, but that one bad grade won't ruin everything. As I begin to close this speech, I would also like to give special thanks to my family and friends who have been there through me throughout my life and at my lowest moments. They have allowed me to continue to persevere and push myself to be the best. At difficult times, I knew I could go to my friends to cheer me up with jokes or a funny story. And lastly, but certainly not least, Mrs. Reddington, thank you so much for being able to join me tonight. You're honestly the first person I thought about inviting, so I'm honestly beyond happy you were able to join me. Thank you. With that being said, this coming fall, I will be attending Purdue University, where I will be majoring in electrical and computer engineering.
All right, let's bring up Chamaya Chakwocha.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chamaya Chakwacha. I am ranked number 6. I'll be furthering my education at Pomona College in California, Claremont. It's Pomona, P-O-M-O-N-A. Furthering my education, studying cognitive science and statistics at a double major. I want to start by saying how proud I am of each and every one of you. You've probably heard it numerous times, but we truly mean it. We've all worked so hard, we've all accomplished so much, but personally, what I'm most proud of is the support system we have built for ourselves here. As I look around and see the familiar faces of friends and family, I can say I've successfully surrounded myself with intelligent and determined individuals who have pushed me to be better, not just in the classroom, but as a person. But among my school support system, one woman stands out, Dr. Jennifer Wedgie. Dr. Jennifer Wedgie is a force to be reckoned with. The past year, she has served as an example of the power, the skill, and intelligence a woman possesses. A 4 feet 11, well, we can round up to 5, 5 with heels. A 4 feet 11 powerhouse who, after hearing her schedule, leave you wondering, when do you sleep? And so I want to say thank you for being my role model, and to my mother and my father, thank you for never denying me any necessities, believing in me. Thank you for being my source of confidence, teaching me to work hard and look for opportunities. Without these things, I wouldn't be where I am right now. And I thank God, my God, who has seen every tear and made them worth it. As my final statement, I want to leave you all with this message. We are not put on this earth for ourselves, but are placed here for each other. If we are always here for others, then in time of need, someone will be there for you. Thank you all.
Okay, there's only 3 left. There's only 3. He couldn't make it. I know. I talked to him on the phone. I'm the principal. Let's bring up Leona Brew.
I've been crying for so long, guys. You guys don't understand. You guys all had beautiful speeches, and like I was clearly moved. My eyes are red. Okay, I'm gonna start my speech off with a quote I read somewhere. But I will preface this by saying, if someone under the age of 21 tells you that they read something somewhere, it was 100% from TikTok. And I found that we have the same relationship with TikTok as our parents do with Facebook. I'm a little bit ashamed, but I can't help it. Now, back to the meaningful quote that I got off of TikTok. Failure has 7 letters, but so does Failure has 7 letters, but so does success. 2 parallel lines that will never meet, but are closely related. They are 2 sides of the same coin. I stand before you all as number 7 of the graduating class of 2024, and I can tell you that I have experienced both gut-wrenching failures and amazing successes these past 4 years. I wouldn't be the person I am today without moments like when I failed the Unit 1 stats test. Mr. Carafano passed the test back, and I'm even getting flashbacks. Mr. Carafano passed the test back, and when I got mine, I immediately flipped it over. I wanted no parts with it. I couldn't bear to look at the horrible score. Then Mr. Carafano got back to the front of the classroom, and he told us to look at what we did and forced us all to flip our papers back over. I was so mad. Oh, I was so mad. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe he's doing this to me. And but now I can say that without tough love from my teachers and failures like that test, I wouldn't be able to take losses and learn from them the way I do so easily now. From then on, I never failed a stats test ever again. I actually passed every single one with flying colors. Thank you. And if I wasn't prepared to face failure, I can assure you this school year would have been a rough one. Stats is one thing, but calculus, that's a whole another beast. For my future at UConn, where I'll be studying allied health science, as the 3rd Husky in my family, Huskies! I know that success can only be bred from the lessons we learn from our failures. That's my own quote, not TikTok. I am not only am I grateful for the lessons I've learned on my own from my failures, I'm also grateful for my family. My family has supported me when juggling academics, clubs, social life, home responsibilities, and work was too much. And I wasn't the sweetest little peach all the time. Talking to me during midterms or exams was like trying to poke a bear. You just don't do it. And specifically, I want to shout out my older sister, Brenda Brew. She has been my confidant, my best friend, low-key. Just a little bit though. She's so amazing, so smart, and I remember that during her high school career, actually, I wrote this speech earlier and I showed it to her, and I didn't put her in the speech because I knew I was gonna cry if I did. But during her high school career,
high school career. She sacrificed so much for my little sister and I. She's literally the best big sister on the planet, and I wouldn't have asked for anyone else to be my older sister. So Brenda Brew, I thank you so much for all the nights when Brianna was crying and I couldn't sleep because I was scared of the top bunk. For picking me up when mommy wasn't going to do it and I knew I should have gone out. For helping me choose my outfits, like this dress is hers. Like all the events, you just supported me so much. And I just love you so much.
Well, as you know, I'm a crybaby, and when faced with a challenge, I usually cry within 5 minutes. So I'm pretty sure that everyone in the top 20 has seen me cry, and now their families has. But know that these tears are not tears of defeat. These are tears of acknowledgement. They're acknowledgement of the tough road ahead, acknowledgement of the long nights, acknowledgement of the days spent after school. They are the acknowledgement of the struggle to success. I've cried to my mom more times than I can count during these past 4 years. With this in mind, I want to say thank you to my mom who has always encouraged me to learn and do everything with my absolute best. I wouldn't be here without you, literally. I also want to thank everyone in the top 20. We have all supported ourselves, not ourselves, but each other, and lifted one another up. So I'm proud to be your lucky number 7. I will always cherish the morning walks A period with Miss Sarah and Rahi, Mr. Hoxie being unable to navigate Google Classroom. Can you see me? Can you see me? Okay, guys, my dog's barking. I'll be right back. Sorry. And AP Gov was its own entity, and the Mr. Missy, that class was just so amazing. I loved it so much. I remember our absolutely golden A-push class, and I will always, and from this school year, I will always cherish, now I can cherish it, in the moment it was really bad, but I love struggling with you guys B period in AP Calc, and then struggling some more in AP Physics right after. The walk between was like, oh my god, but we all went together and we all made it through. Thank you to Miss Sarah. She was the first face I saw when I started high school, virtually of course. She was sitting in front of her closet in her parents' house. And I was the only person who put her camera on, so it's a bunch of letters, EFG, me, and Miss Sarah. You have been an amazing constant in my high school career, and I'm thankful to have done NHS with you as its president. And I want to thank that little man over there at table 2, Todd Sweat, my golf coach, who has given me a reason to make it through semester 1 these past 4 years. Being your golf player has brought me joy, friendship, peace, nachos, ice cream, the band, Georgie, and Amelia, my fellow co-captains who are all 3 of us are in the top 20. I love you both so much, and I love to be on the team with you and being your co-captain. And Sweat also brought me anguish, because why is golf actually super hard? Like, it's really hard. But I wouldn't have had it any other way. Thank you to all of administration, specifically Matt Ryan, Mr. Pooley, and Lavoy, who supported me, but also nagged me. In this chapter of my life, there will be many tears, many, many failures, but I'm prepared for every single one of them, and I'm ready to turn them into successes, because that is because of everyone here today. I also want to shout out everyone who has given me a ride these past 4 years. First of all, I'm going to shout out table 2, the twins, and Jennifer. I love you guys so much. I'm going to shout out, Bauer has given me a few rides. Lena this school year recently. Amelia, when she got her license, she's been taking me around during golf season. And then I got to go to table 6. Chamaya's looking the best driver in the room. I'm sorry. I've seen that girl reverse. She can drive, guys. She can drive. So I thank all of you guys from getting to and from. Sometimes I didn't need a ride, but I just wanted your company. So my parents, yeah, thank you guys so much. I didn't actually need a ride. I just wanted to be with you. Yes, I want to thank everyone here today, and I just want to say I'm proud of every single one of us. And I remember when the class ranks first came out, we were in B period in Miss Bergeron's room, and first, who did they call out? No, who was first? I think it was Lena. Was Lena? It doesn't really matter who was first, but I just remember every time that we were called down to guidance and called back, we'd walk in the room and they'd be like, what number? And then we all say our number, 654, and they were like, yay! And it was just like, it was just so amazing to feel supported by your classmates and not feel like you're in a competition with them, rather than like we're all on our own journeys. They're just parallel to one another. So thank you so much, and good luck on your respective journeys. Can I come back to the picture a little bit?
Yes, you can come back later for the picture. Like I was going to tell you what to do. You're going to do whatever you want anyway. Let's bring up Christiana Zembrowski.
Hello? Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Christiana. I am ranked number 2 in the class, and I will be studying English on a pre-law track at Harvard University. So I'd just like to start by thanking my family and thanking Mr. Carafano for coming with me today, and your support means everything to me. Okay, bear with me, this speech is a little long. I'm a little bit like Bauer, so, but I hope you guys will like it. Okay. Good evening, everyone. It is an utmost honor and pleasure to spend this night with everyone tonight, and it's something that I've looked forward to for a long time. As the year rounds to an end, many of you have been asked to reflect on what you have accomplished in high school. Many of us will answer these questions with nouns. You will say, I was a state champion athlete. I was the cheerleader of the year. I was the member of this honor society, and I was the president of this club. Now, this is not a fault of our own. And certainly, we are not short of any nouns to describe ourselves. These accomplishments are undoubtedly impressive feats. But these are not all that you are, and these are not all that will define what you have accomplished in high school. So this is what I want you all to know. I want you all to know that no matter how long it has been since I've had a class with Rahi, 6 a.m. on your birthday, she's the first message on your phone. I want you all to know that Monet is, and this is not a term I would throw around lightly, the life of the party, as she has said. Just yesterday, I was watching her at the beach, and I would just watch how many people she would talk to, and I would just think, wow, I really think Monet is friends with everyone. I want you all to know that Angelique quips out funny comments from the back of the class so seamlessly, it is hard to find a better word to encapsulate her energy other than just cool. I want you all to know that Kaiwan, he's not here today, but he knows everything about history, and that I miss that he is one of the only people that would like to argue with me in A-Push. I want you all to know that if Quinn was a candy, she would be a Sour Patch Kid. First she is sour, then she is sweet. Quinn will attempt to be indifferent to my bad jokes or my annoying antics, but is the first to offer to walk me to the car to get something I've forgotten, or to give me her last piece of gum. I want you to know that if every future doctor even has an ounce of Zia's natural kin to learning inhibition, then maybe we can all stop taking our vitamins. I want you all to know that Amelia has a natural affinity for kindness, more so than anyone I know. And I don't know how many of you have had the pleasure of hearing Trinity sing, but she's a gorgeous singer and a true leader in her community. You all should know that Michaelia is the sweetest soul I've ever talked to, and that her kindness knows no bounds. I want you to know, specifically his parents, that Bauer is someone that everyone just adores. Bauer would drop anything to help anyone. He'll fly planes one day in the future, and I'll still clutch onto the memory of him putting windshield wiper fluid in my car. I want you all to know that recently, I had the pleasure of watching Aries animatedly conduct the orchestra a couple nights ago. She was smiling ear to ear, her expressions changing rapidly to match the music. The way she engaged with the younger members were so captivating and so very Aries. I'm sure many of you already know, but Kira is easily one of the best athletes I know. She's also always the first person to talk to me when I walk into a classroom, effortlessly warm and welcoming, and that says enough about her character. If any of you have talked to Rayanne, you will know that she is one of the funniest people ever. She is witty and quick, and her humor is wildly underrated. I'm sure many of you know that Leona is a presence larger than life. Her presence fills the room so brightly that everyone else will pale in comparison. I want you all to know just how much Chimaya is a tirelessly hard worker. She knows what she wants, and she will get it. and I know that she will achieve everything she wants in her life. I know you all know that Lena is an amazing cheerleader, but many of you do not know that she is truly good about just everything she tries, whether it is a dumb random board game we play, tennis, schoolwork, or just easily making you feel comfortable and included. Many of you know that my twin sister Georgie is my lifelong partner in crime. But Georgie is also the first to notice when someone else is upset, especially me, and always knows exactly what to say to fix it. She's a great people person above all else. Swati is, for those who do not know, my tennis partner of 3 years. She's always calm, composed, and consistent. She never gets angry at me. At least she never shows that she's angry at me. When I hit the ball flying out of the court, she just shakes her head and goes, "It's okay." And last but certainly not least is Ben. Many of you won't know this, and Ben hates when I say this, but I'll say it again. Ben's worst is just my best. Ben truly is one of the most intelligent people I know. Ben loves animals and the outdoors, but most importantly, anyone that talks to him knows just how much he loves his mom. There's this quote I love that says, "The only trick of friendship is not to find people who are better than you, but kinder and more generous, and appreciate them for what they can teach you." I know that out of the many books I've read, math problems I've completed, lessons and lectures, that the greatest thing I have ever learned in high school have been from you all. I've been blessed to have called you all my friends, and the impact you have made on me is something I will carry with me for the rest of my life. So, I apologize if my speech has been on the longer ones that you will hear tonight, and I also apologize for its unconventional nature. But I truly believe it is important to know just how special each of you are in my life. Because sitting here next to you all are extraordinary people who will be remembered both for your accomplishments, but more importantly, for your kindness, for your humor, for your humility. And lastly, to the guardians in attendance tonight, I'm sure I am not the first to tell you how proud I am of your children, and I certainly will not be the last. Yet, I will continue to say it once more. So thank you for raising such amazing children, and also thank you to my amazing classmates for everything you've taught me over the years. Everything you guys have done, and everything you guys are. Thank you.
Benjamin, are you ready? Benjamin Boland.
They're all so good, man. How am I going to top that? Alright. Good evening, everyone. My name is Benjamin Boland, and I am valedictorian of the class of 2024. To start off, I'd like to thank my family, for my grandparents, para mis abuelos. Gracias por darme siempre un segundo hogar y por estar siempre dispuesta a recogerme o llevarme a un lado. Siempre están en mi corazón. Throughout my life, whenever there was something that I was unsure of, my dad was always there with a very detailed, sometimes coma-inducing explanation. You are my go-to guy for little tidbits of information, for sage advice, or just to watch a random movie together. You still haven't seen GX Godzilla. Your experience and pieces of wisdom were invaluable, and I wouldn't be standing here today without you. So, love you much, Dad. For my mom, para mi querida madre, no hay palabras para expresar todo lo que has hecho por mí. Cada paso, cada premio, cada avance que logré se debe a tu constante paciencia y fe en mi potencial. Fuiste la mejor mamá posible a pesar de tener un hijo travieso. Gracias por todo lo que has hecho en mis 17 años de vida y te quiero mucho. My wonderful sister Nicole, who is right there filming for me. You have always been my biggest inspiration, a person who's always spurred me onward. You've always dared me to push beyond my own limits. And listen, you're the reason why I got this, right? You're always after me, man. You're also my biggest hater. You keep me in check. You're always there with a profoundly humbling comment or statement, and without you, like, my head would have like expanded, astronomical proportions. So everybody here, I would be a whole lot more unbearable without her. Standing here, I can also see a lot of past and present teachers. So quick shout out to you all. You know who you are. Anybody who can put up with me for even a single semester and still want to teach afterwards, that's extremely commendable. So, you know, like, bonus, raise, seriously, all right? The government, I'm speaking to the government here probably. To my buddy Bauer, all the adventures we had over the years, and I mentioned in sophomore year, it feels like a lifetime. That's crazy. Like all those times, like we went to places in the middle of the night that we probably shouldn't have been. All the times we almost caught things that we weren't supposed to catch. All those times we almost died. Oh yeah, we knocked over a tree recently. That was kind of scary. And you're always there for a ride in the morning for me, man. That's crazy. Like I could not do that. Waking up that early just to get like some annoying dude who's always talking first thing in the morning. Like what the heck, man? Yeah. And to my fellow 1%ers, I don't know if we actually are 1%. I don't know the math. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, so you know, excuse me for that. I would like to say like we did this. All right. Every time we woke up and felt like a truck slammed into our faces the night before, like every time we had to do a sucky assignment, every time we stayed up one more minute, one more night, like it's over, it's done, sort of. I'm still in college, but I'm sure plenty of you would argue that it was worth it because like we're here right now. Was it really? I'm just kidding. I mean, look at this fancy setup. We got fridges here. I mean, barbecue. It was pretty good. I liked it. It was really good. It was really good. This is in fact for us. This is for us, all right? And we all did what we need to do to succeed, and we have done so in spectacular fashion. I am beyond honored to be standing among you all, my fellow champions. And little metaphor here. I'm not sure if it is a metaphor, but I'm not a swordsmith, but I do like to watch my like Forged in Fire on YouTube every once in a while. And in the process of making any weapon, you heat the metal, you cool it, and you reheat it, right? And so we have survived our first trial by fire, and right now we're being stoked. We're being plunged into the quenching water, you know. And right now, a little period of rest, you know. We get to enjoy this part because we're gonna get, you know, shoved into the forge again pretty soon. And that's not gonna be nice. You know. So thank you all. Like all your speeches are so great, man. I don't know how to top that. I almost cried so many times, and I've seen Charlotte's Web, so you know. Yeah. So, thank you all very much. I hope you all have a great night.
Leona, are you ready to get a picture? Okay, let's get a picture. I'm going to bring up Mr. Case. Come on up, Mr. Case. Pictures. The gratitude that we hear about tonight, I just need to make sure that I was thinking about that. And again, can we give Sodexo, our workers tonight? Also, we have video and pictures from Ms. Roberts, from Rhodey, Mr. Stevens, give a shout out to Mr. Bowman who's behind us, sitting there crouched over in the chair. Thank you very much for everybody. Student speeches were reminded me of how we start the year, and we do all of our Hornet time. We talked about relationships and opportunities. And I want you guys to take those lessons about relationships and opportunities in the future. I really was taken back by your thoughtful memories, your insightful stories, the meaningful lessons that you took, whether it was from the classroom or you guys running around the woods at 2 o'clock in the morning. But I really was impressed by your sentiments of gratitude, and that you guys have heartfelt relationships with the adults in the building, your friends, and your family. And that's, for me, I take that as a sign of validation that the Hornet community is alive and well. And on that note, I turn it over to Mr. Case. If you want to follow along, it's on the back. This is how the Exchange Club would end every meeting, and Mr. Case will send us off. One last note, your refrigerators have your names on them, and so you need to take them home. If you don't take them home, then I'll give them to a custodian. All right. Oh, so Mr. Case, the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan, and thank you again for inviting my wife and myself here once again to this exquisite meeting tonight. It's been great. Now, as tradition would have it, as you know, my elementary school principal, Mr. Joseph Silvestro, started this program 62 years ago. And Mr. Ryan has graciously followed in those footsteps. And let's give our top 20 another rousing tradition would let us continue. Please rise with me and help me sing a chorus of America. Ready? My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of thy pilgrims ride, from every mountain side, let freedom ring.
All right, you guys have a great evening. Please come get your presents, your gifts, and if you want to take more photos, you're welcome to. Go Celtics.